Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you an update what's going on at the garage. So 1965 VW Buggy, we have the body back on again for another test fit of everything that's going on with this car. One of the things that I showed you the last time is how nice everything's coming out for the steering, the front end stuff, all the brake stuff. We ended up getting the new push rod for the brake pedal, and we were able to take out that spacer. The other push rod was the wrong push rod that was in here, and somebody ended up just doing all kinds of stuff to it. So it was better that we got the new one because we found out now everything fits. Woohoo! We're also, this is our brake reservoir. We just made up this bracket right here to keep the brake reservoir in place. The way it was mounted before, it was mounted to the body, and if you ever had to take the body off, you had to take the brake reservoir out of this clamp and then set it down. Well, the problem is the cap on these, if you see that little hole right there, they're vented. And if it tips over, it spills brake fluid everywhere. So we divorced it from the body and mounted it to the pan. So now it sits on the pan. Now you disconnect a couple of wires, you disconnect your steering column, and you take the whole body right off of the pan. So when he's ready to go get this painted, instead of it taking a full day to take the body off, a couple of hours, they can have the body right off of this car. Because again, all of the wiring is all attached to the body. Every one of these wires that go to the tail lights, the license plate light, the motor, the transmission, the reverse lights, they're all gonna have plugs on them. So you just unplug it, you can pull the motor right out, leaving all the wires where they're supposed to be. Or you can just unplug the motor and unplug all the body lights on the rear and just take the whole body right off. So we're trying to make it as convenient as possible if you need to work on this thing. It just makes it so much easier. Another thing we got, woohoo! The new transmission is here. Look at how nice that is. There's the old transmission, there's the new transmission. Let me tell you, that is sweet. That is so nice. And the next thing that's gonna have to be done is the shafts, the drive shafts, have to be taken out, or half shafts, whatever you wanna call them. You have to take all of these bolts out. There's a gasket kit, there's a shim kit, there's a rubber boot that goes on it. There's a lot of special tools that go to putting this back together because everything has to be set up properly. It has to have a certain amount of play, it has to have a certain amount of resistance. And here's one of the kits that we ordered to do that with. And you can see one of the shims right there. So we order more than one kit, and this is the gasket kit with the O-rings for doing all of this. So all that has to go right onto there. So there's a lot that goes on in changing a transmission out and then putting the drive shafts back onto the new transmission. Once that happens, we'll be able to slip that in, hook up the shifter stuff, put the wheels back on it, the brakes, and hook up the parking brake, and this thing will be a rolling chassis once again. So there you go, guys. Little update, what's going on. It's coming out so great. We have one more thing to do to this, and that's we're gonna make a little gusset to come from here down. So this way it doesn't get as much of this play in it. And after that, we're basically ready to rock and roll. Alrighty, so have fun. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.